Good afternoon, people. This is time number like 7. I think I've tried to make this video. Always been somebody calling or something happening that prevented it. But okay. I wanted to talk about the Kaepernick boycott, and I know if you are a friend of mine on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you've heard me talk about it, or at least post about it a lot. But today, I wanted to talk about why I personally get involved with either like boycotts or this, that, and the other. And I was talking to a buddy of mine who's more like my brother. I've known him for like 15 years, and we don't agree on everything. We don't disagree on everything, but especially since he's a Giants fan. Anyway, we were talking today, and he was asking me, he's like, so you're not going to watch the NFL at all? Like, no. Now he knows that I love my Bears, right? And he said, he was like, well, if the NFL is 75% black, then why aren't you boycotting the black players? And my answer was, man, look, I'm giving them till the season opener in order to make some kind of big statement, or else they're gonna face some backlash too. Because one, he's a brother. Two, he's a union brother. And for you to allow one union brother or brother to be silenced, speaking on an issue that affects every black family in America, then you're basically selling your patriotism and your integrity for a check. And it's a check that's given to you basically by us, the fans. Anytime we watch TV, that's television endorsement deals. Every time we buy NFL merch, that goes to the NFLPA and players playing and everything. So definitely the NFLPA and black players are going to face some backlash if they sit by and say nothing and let Colin Kaepernick be the sacrificial lamb, right? But more importantly, this isn't the only one. Look, I didn't participate in Black Friday either. There was a boycott then. I participated in that boycott as well. And the reason why, man, I've always been the type of person that stuck up for other people. Always. Not almost, but more than I stuck up for myself. I was the type of person that it took a minute for me to get upset when somebody did something to me. But if somebody did something to my friends or my family, then I was going to get at your head. And that's always been how I was. And I didn't understand it when I was a kid. I would be petrified if somebody was trying to run up on me when I was a kid. But run up on a friend of mine and we go into war. Run up on my family and I'm going to tear you to shreds. And that's how I've always been. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized that I'm the type of person that believes that everybody should be treated fair, that everybody should be given a fair shake. And when I see something that's not fair, that's an injustice, I don't have it in me to just sit idly by and let it happen or act as if I'm too powerless to do anything about it. In my mind, I'm powerful enough to stop whatever it is that's happening to you that's not fair. And if I'm walking down the street and I see you being mistreated, I'm the guy that's going to step in and say, no, you're not going to treat that person that way. And I've always been that way. And everybody isn't. And that's cool. That's why it's good for me to talk to people who don't have the same kind of passion for things that I do, because I will be one of those either you with us or against us type cats. I will be that. I've done it previously lots of times. But I also need to recognize that everybody ain't me. Everybody does not have that thing in them that makes them fight hard for other people. Everybody doesn't have that. I look at the big picture and I say, if you can silence one of us, then you can silence all of us. If you can mistreat one of us and nobody says anything, you can mistreat all of us. There's a statement, a saying that somebody, I cannot remember who said it, but they said they came for the Indians and I said nothing because it wasn't me. They came for the Japanese and I said nothing because it wasn't me. They came for the African Americans. And I said nothing because it wasn't me. And then they came after me, and then there was nobody else to stand with me. And that's kind of how it is, man. If you allow somebody else to be mistreated and you recognize that they're being mistreated and you sit by and you don't do anything, my mindset is, how long is it going to be before it happens to me, before it happens to my sons, before it happens to my daughter, before it happens to my friends? Not that long. What I'm basically saying is that it's okay to treat them badly because I see somebody else being treated badly and I didn't do anything about it. That's just how I think and how I feel about it. I openly admit that when I was a kid, I was a punk concerning how if somebody tried to fight me directly or run up on me directly for most of my childhood, not all of it, most of it. But if you were to run up on my mom's or my auntie's, cousins, friends, or something like that, then we was going to scrap. And I was going to use everything in me to tear your head off. That's just how I was. And it's how I am. It's just how I'm built. So I'm going to be careful not to disrespect other people who aren't as passionate about these issues as me, but I'm also going to do my best to try and win you all over to our side because we need y'all too. We really do. So I'm not going to be calling y'all out your names or calling you punks or nothing like that. I ain't going to do that. If I do, you have my permission to pull me to the side, and tell me about myself. But what I am going to do is I'm going to encourage you to recognize that freedom is not just this pie in the sky attitude or thought that black people should have, that we deserve to be treated and not treated fairly and not marginalized, and we should be able to exercise every right given us by our Constitution that our Caucasian brothers and sisters exercise. So we need both black people and white people that are conscious to understand that what we're fighting against is a mindset of control, that certain people are better when they're controlled than when they have freedom. And if that was correct, if that was true, if that was the perfect mindset to have, then how could America even be here? So, all right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna post this and onto my Facebook and onto my YouTube channel, or maybe I'll just put it on YouTube. I don't know. Check me out on YouTube. Like, share, comment. Appreciate you. Love you. Peace.